I'm Kelsey, the Naptime chef, and right now my daughter is sound asleep for her afternoon nap. So we're going to make pumpkin chocolate chip bundt cake. Pumpkin is one of my favorite fall flavors, and this is one of my favorite treats to make. It is my friend Jennifer's aunt's recipe, and she gave it to me, and boy, it is so delicious. The best part about it is you can make a bundt cake, muffins, loaves, mini muffins, anything you want. And it's really simple. It can all be done during nap time or after the children go to sleep. So let's get started. So this is a big cake, so it takes 4 eggs. And I always put my eggs in a bowl before I put them in the mixer. That way if one of the eggs is bad, you don't ruin all the batter. So here they are. I'm just going to pour them in. They're room temperature. They've been sitting outside for a little while. Then we put in 2 cups of sugar. Here. Followed by 1 cup of vegetable oil. This is what really gives it a lot of moisture. Everything's in, and now we're going to mix just to get all the oil and eggs incorporated. Now, the pumpkin. You can just buy any pure pumpkin puree at your grocery store, and it's perfect to use. Don't get the thing that's pre-spiced, just the pure pumpkin puree. I happen to find an organic brand, which I really like. Okay, so we mix the pumpkin, and that's a 14-ounce can of pumpkin puree. We're just going to mix that in, and then we're going to add the dry ingredients. Alright. I've already pre-measured my ingredients, so we have flour, cinnamon, baking soda, and salt. And I just like to whisk them together to make sure they're all incorporated before I put them in the wet ingredients. Just do a little whisk around. That makes it all set. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on low and gently put in the flour to make sure it doesn't go all over the place, which is one of my daughter's favorite tricks. Here we go. It's good to scrape on the sides once when you're mixing a big batter like this, because it makes sure all the stuff that gets stuck on the bottom or up on the sides really gets into the batter. That way you want to make sure you have everything as mixed as thoroughly as possible without overbeating it, but you really need to make sure your ingredients are all together. So let's just give this one more mix, and then we'll add the best part. Now, my motto is never miss a chance to add chocolate chips to anything you are baking. And that is good with pumpkin, because chocolate and pumpkin is a great flavor combination. So here we have 12 ounces of chocolate chips. I use semi-sweet. If you want to get more adventurous, you can use chocolate chunks or roughly chopped chocolate bars or even bittersweet chocolate. I've never done that, but I bet it would be good. So here we'll just add them right in the batter. Give it a very quick mix with that, so we don't want to overbeat the batter. And just to make sure they're incorporated, which they are. And now your batter is made. And see, the kid's been asleep for about 10 minutes and we already have a whole batter for a cake. Okay, so now we're going to put it into our pan. So here's my bundt pan. I have a basic non-stick bundt pan I bought at the grocery store a long time ago. It serves me very well. I have rubbed the inside with butter and a little bit of flour. This will make sure it really does not stick to the pan when it's done baking. Some people like to do Pam, that's fine. But here we go. Put in the batter into the prepared pan. And then, oh God, this looks so, it already smells good and it's not even baking. There we go. Now I'm just going to smooth out the top with my spatula just to make sure everything's in there evenly. And now we're all ready for the oven. Okay, so my oven is preheated to 350, and I use an oven thermometer inside my oven just to make sure it's consistent with the temperature that the top says. It's a really helpful tip because sometimes ovens can vary. Here's our child safety lock, a good thing to have with any toddler in the house. And the rack is on the medium position. I'm just going to put it in and set the timer for 60 minutes. And you'll see on the recipe that the timing varies whether you're doing muffins or loaves or mini muffins. So just make sure you look at the recipe to see how long the baking time should be depending on what you're making. Okay, it's been baking for about an hour and I think it's done, so let's take it out and take a look. Ooh, it smells so good. Here we go. There it is. Look at that, the perfect golden brown. It's going to be delicious. Okay, so here's the cake. I let it cool in the pan for about 10 minutes before I unmolded it. And now I'm going to continue to let it cool here on a wire rack for about another hour until it's room temperature and completely cooled down. And then I'll do a little dusting of powdered sugar and we can slice in and enjoy. In the meantime, I hear someone in a room waking up from her nap, so I better go see if the Naptime Chef time is all over for today. I'm Kelsey, the Naptime Chef. Thanks for joining me today. You can always visit my website at thenaptimechef.com. I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Someone's awake now. We already have our bun cake done for the day.